The Strange Saloon. Everybody get your drinks.
Get your drinks.
I want you to understand right now what we're about to dive into.
Skull.
Skull. We just did a cheers, so I hope you cheers the screen or your phone or whatever yours you're watching.
Yep. What do we got?
All right, so Ghost, you recently got engaged.
I did.
Okay. And it makes you feel good. You know, it's an exciting start to your chapter of life.
Yeah.
In relationship. Omen, you're probably on your way there. I mean, you can't give away tips.
I won't kiss and tell.
Yeah, you won't kiss and tell. I mean, but your girlfriend and you have been together for a while now.
Yeah.
I'm married myself.
Yep. And got a baby.
And got a baby now, yes.
Gotta go with your baby.
So, we all understand that in other countries there are different kinds of cultures.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that in places like Japan, there are very strict rules in society where especially if one gets divorced, they are frowned upon. They are actually judged negatively by not only their peers, but especially their families.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Like, back in the day, getting divorced was, like, super shunned upon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, I want to talk to you tonight about a site called danasheen.com, otherwise known in English.
That sounds odd. That's odd.
Yeah, it sounds very bad, right? Just before I say it, what do you think it means?
It sounds like vanishing.
danasheen.com.
What language is that?
That's Japanese.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
That's not the language I was going to.
Well,
No,
it stands for husbanddie.com.
Oh.
All right. So that's what it stands for. Now, danasheen.com, let's just put it this way. This was inspired by Death Note. And so wives are on there just going about their days, typing things out. And I'll give you some examples here in just a moment. But they post things such as,
How they want their husband to die?
yeah, they put it out there, right? So a lot of them talk to the god of death, where they wish upon their husband's health issues, accidents, things like that, in order for them to be dead. Posts describing step-by-step on how to kill your husband are on there. An example, poisoning your husband. That's on there. They wish things upon their husbands, like a car crash, such and such, et cetera, et cetera. And it really makes you wonder, like, what brings somebody to that point to hate your spouse that much where you would go on a website, not even go on a website. Somebody started this website, right? What was their life like in that marriage?
Well, they probably had a shitty marriage and they wanted to vent about it in a very dark way.
And since divorce is frowned upon.
And then, if you post stuff on the internet, darkness will follow.
Yeah, no, I
Darkness
completely understand
finds
that.
dark.
Oh, yeah.
Completely
And,
understand that.
But,
Yes, keep the ambience music going.
So let's
go. Ghost, you want to say something?
That's interesting. Only because, like, divorcing someone is so frowned upon.
Yes. Now remember,
But having them killed.
yeah,
I don't think they're trying to have. Well, I mean, they're just. I think it's a venting process. Yes,
Well,
they
this
may.
is their alternative to divorce, is it not?
Yes, it is because they can't get the divorce. The only
Yeah.
thing they can do is probably wish upon
Kill their
death.
spouse.
And they would probably talk to a god or a demon. Or
they do.
make an offering
Yeah.
or something. I can't remember. Well, in their culture, I don't know who the Lord of Death is in their culture.
That's fine. Wait, Japanese?
Japanese.
Japanese. Yes, this is originating in Japan.
I don't know which god or entity or demon that or they betray as that is.
Shinigami.
Shimigami.
Shinigami.
Shinigami.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. Both have to divorce. They have to agree to divorce. One person in the marriage can be okay with the divorce. Both of them have to be okay with being divorced.
Well, that's how it is here in the States.
Yes.
Like,
But-
you both have to sign the
Well,
divorce papers.
you can still file for divorce, and then the other one would just be an asshole and just never sign the papers.
Yeah.
So
Which I
here's
think, isn't there a grace period on that though? Once it's filed, I think it definitely needs to be finished at some point. Which then I think you can make someone serve them papers.
here in the States.
Yes, I think that would turn into someone serving them papers, and I think that would be like, because once you're served, it doesn't. It could be for any other thing. You could be
Yes, no,
served
you
with
can
papers.
get divorced with only one signature.
Here.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought you need both.
Oh,
But in Japan, you need both.
I
have
think
to
you
jump
need that
through-
other person's signature, though. You don't
Yeah.
need yours. You just need that person to confirm it. And if that person doesn't sign that paper,
no, you can get it without your spouse's signature.
I guess the terms have changed.
Well, if the spouse refuses to sign, or they're missing, or ran away,
Poison.
or not wanting the marriage to end, so yeah, it can be done. But
Yeah. Yeah, but you're jumping through hoops and over there in Japan to get divorced. Now,
Oh, yeah.
all of a sudden, you get shunned, you get, looked down upon by your family and friends and everything else.
So,
everybody
do you
else.
think they're making offerings or something, or doing spells, or
Well, I would assume the
Contributes-
husband is the offering.
Well, not only
yes
the husband.
and no, but how do you start that process? Like, I'm trying to understand this
Yeah,
website. Is
yeah.
this like an actual website where you would
Yeah.
summon this entity to take care of this business,
Or are you just
making
hiring
it
a hitman?
Now, this is an English translated version of it, but this is what the website looks like. This is it's running today, guys. I want my husband to die right now. She thinks about it every day. And they have a count on here if you look at it real closely. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. It says 17 husbands who died in September 2023. And above that, it says, please die. It's not fair that there aren't people better than you in this world. And then there's buttons down below. Ranking until my husband dies. And then the other one says, pick up Death Note, new registration. So this website is still...
It almost kind of is like Death Note.
It almost is.
Kind of.
Well, it was
so,
inspired by it.
It's
So.
so
very
do
much
you
so.
think once they fantasize and explain how they want it done, do you think there's someone in there who messages them privately in their DMs, be like, I can do that?
I'd almost bet money on it. Yeah.
I think would. I think that
Yeah.
would be like an underground hitman site, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. Because no way would they advertise. Like, that's a very specific number. 17.
So here's the site now live
Like,
on the screen. We're just going to scroll through this. This one here, this was posted today, actually. It's Saturday, October 14th, 2023. So let's just read this one here. This is live right now as we go along. This is happening in real time. Even though I can't help but feel sleepy right now, I'm waking up drinking an energy drink so I can have some shit with my partner. Now remember, guys, this is translated on Google.
Yeah.
This is actually written in Japanese kanji. Okay, so just remember this. The wording is gonna be weird.
Yeah, the wording's definitely gonna be weird in that.
It won't be a
culture's
perfect
thing.
translation,
Yes,
so
just
bear
so
with us.
just as they said, dealing. So I'm gonna have some shit with my partner. Already threw me off.
Yes.
because that was already like broken English.
Right. So it says fatigue builds up from dealing with shitty people every day, and I can't move my
Yeah.
body today.
And I totally fucking agree.
One day I woke up and found myself sleeping, and no matter how much I slept, I couldn't wake up. And even though it was my precious day off, I felt sorry for my child. This is all because of shit. Even though I can't help but feel sleepy right now, I drink an energy drink and stay awake to deal with this shit. That's why I can't sleep when I want to. Tomorrow, I'll have another shitty partner. Hell. It's really only harmful to be alive. I want it to disappear as soon as possible. I want to go to court and get a divorce, but I don't have the money or time. My family and people at work are always worried about whether I'm okay. It all started when we first started talking about divorce, and because of the children involved, we expressed our feelings and didn't divorce. All I can do is sigh. My marriage was also a failure. But my biggest mistake was not making a decision through discussion that day, even though I had forgiven her because I had found a child. That threw me off because it says her.
Yeah, it does say her.
I want to go back to that day.
Guys can go on here.
God of Death, please come and get this shit quickly. Please. Please. So this is today, and they're still talking to the God of Death.
Yeah.
This person here. I'll show you another example of things in just a moment from previous posts. But again, this is today, October 14th. My mother told me that it was my fault that my son didn't study for entrance exams. Damn you, husband. She told me that it was her mother's fault that her son didn't study for entrance exams. What's more, he told me that if he became a private student, he wouldn't pay for it. So, Teme, I don't know, should pay for it. What are you talking about without even including your own living expenses? Shit that doesn't even pay for school lunches. Seriously, die. it's just
I'm a little confused on that one.
it is a little
Yeah.
confusing. Like I said, there's a language thing going on there.
Yeah.
But I believe that it's essentially the same thing across the board. So here's some other ones that I was looking at. What do I have to do to get you to die? Hurry up already. I pray for it every single fucking day. You're the most selfish person I've ever met. Even the kids hate you, so there's no need for you here. My life started its downfall because I met you. You should have never become a husband or a father. I'm the one who is the biggest fool in all of this for not being able to see it, that until it was too late. Just fucking disappear from this universe. Just disappear. You can just sense the hatred here
Yeah.
towards
Yes, there's a lot
the
of
husband. Here's here's one right here. My mother told me. Oh wait, no, this is the one I already went through. Actually, I screen capped that one. Never mind. So we're gonna go to this one. I keep telling myself that I will be patient until my child becomes of high school age, but every day is nothing but pain. Don't you understand that when you say you won't show your smartphone, you're admitting it? Reserve insurance, full expectation. Die before that and make amends. Like, there's some strong wording going on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's, I don't even know, I would say animosity towards these people's husbands. Like, so here we go with this one. My husband died. Finally, he died. Thank you for granting the god of death my wish. I will spend a lot of time laughing from now on. Now, this person's wish came true. And then,
What was the previous post before that?
I don't know exactly, but here's the response to it. Congratulations. I envy you. I want to sleep too. I hope that your future will be wonderful. God of death, I also want to be freed from my damn husband. Please take ours with you as well. So,
Yeah, that's a hit song.
this is dark.
I like how demons and like shit like that went electronic.
Electronic.
Demon time.
They upgraded. I bet before that you would have to.
They
like,
modernized
I bet you
themselves.
before that you had to like look into a mirror in the
Do a whole
darkness by
seance
candlelight and like
Say their
burn
name 3
fucking
times.
rose metal.
Beetlejuice.
Drip blood over it.
But yeah, it's some pretty
It is-
interesting stuff.
It is very interesting. Colin says this shit is dark as fuck. It is. This is the stuff that happens with the Strange Saloon, and we're probably going to start doing this more. I would like to, just because there's a lot to talk about and discuss here.
Yeah.
What are your guys' initial thoughts on this? We understand that this probably wouldn't fly here in America,
It's
but it's a different culture.
I'm pretty sure that this is in America. I'm pretty sure there's some talk channel somewhere that does the same thing.
Oh yeah, on the dark web.
on the dark web, yeah.
I'm sure
yeah.
it's out there. But to have a website like that in their country, I thought maybe their internet's not as restricted as like Asia's or North Korea.
Yeah.
I thought it was like all Japanese and Asian culture that had like fucking restricted internet, but I guess there's my water.
All
I
right, so
did bring it down.
you mentioned Shinigami, right, Ghost?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's talk about this one here. It says it's comfortable not having to talk because this family is separated, but the strange whistling and coughing is annoying. I spend every day wishing that my shitty ass-be husband would go to the afterlife as soon as possible. I don't need an incompetent, shitty husband who doesn't pay for my living expenses. I'm comfortable living separately at home and not having conversations, but I have a son who is annoying with his weird whistling and coughing. I'm also proud of the conversation. Thank you very much, Shinigami. I want to report the Death Note effect.
The
as soon as
Shinigami
possible.
is actually the actual term they use in Death Note.
Well, they're using it here now too.
Yes, that's the background culture actually adds up, which is nice.
Yeah. So, as you can see, there's
And it's cool because Death Note is one of my favorite fucking animes ever.
he's
Even
like,
though
it's cool that these women are wishing
I'm
death
sorry,
on these
I'm a
guys.
huge fucking fan. The only reason I like Death Note is because Light Yagami was always planning ahead of what his next move was so he didn't get caught. And I used that show to help me get motivated because I had moments in my life where I felt stuck and I didn't know how to plan my next move. And I used that show as motivation because I was watching him just plan and just be so strategic. And I was like, and I used that show 3 times in my life to motivate myself, and it worked.
Good.
I'm not joking because I watched the character Light Yagami, who has the Death Note. He was like strategizing. What was his next move? Keep a step ahead and just like and I try to apply that in my next life. And I was like, do I want to fix something at home? Do I want to organize? Do I want to, switch jobs or how do I plan out my billing expenses or just to stay ahead and I don't know. I used it as a motivational thing and I was very inspired by that show because I liked how it operated.
Yeah.
And it kept me going. And although it is a good storyline too.
Do you ever think that maybe, and I know maybe this is far fetched, but it's a weird theory. Do you ever think that shows like that have a supernatural effect to them, where maybe there is something that does, kind of have an effect on you like that?
So are you saying that an entity that needs a physical, mental background to it to manifest and be real?
Yeah, I mean, like how you got inspired and
Or-
used the show to be motivated. Do you think there was maybe? I'm just saying as a theory. Do you maybe think that there is a possibility that there's something within the series itself that might have reached out and touched you in a way that kind of motivated you?
I don't know. I was just super intrigued by the step-by-step planning of having a contingency plan. And that's one of my favorite words. Is contingency, is having a backup plan to just like, if that doesn't fall through, what's my next move? Zigzag when I should have dashed or something, just to plan out. Just having a plan is a reinsurance thought instead of just going at it in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wing it. Which I kind of do. I won't lie. I live in the moment. I wing it. I've done it many a times, but I also like to plan to when I can.
Yeah.
When I can, if I need to.
Yeah.
Or, on the other hand, I just kind of wing it and just go by day by day.
What I find strange about this is that it's still on there. I feel like this website, if it was more, I guess, more talked about,
They have very loose internet freedom over there.
it's kind of crazy because
Okay.
China's very the opposite. They have a very strict, tight hold.
I
on
think
their-
North Korea is even stricter.
Oh, absolutely,
Oh, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
I think it would go Japan, Asia, North Korea.
Russia.
Russia.
Oh, you
But
think Russia's even worse in their internet restrictions? Because I thought North Korea was the worst.
No, I'd say North Korea is worse, but I think Russia would be up there too.
I'm just, what do you guys think would happen if this was originated in America? Do you think it would have been
you
shut
gotta
down?
Be shut
imagine.
down.
You have to imagine if there's a husband. So this is the wife talking about the husband website.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a husband talking about the wife website somewhere.
Oh yeah,
there's got to be, right?
There's got to
Yeah. Both sides of the story. So
Yeah.
But
makes
you got to
sense.
understand it's different cultures, it's different
Absolutely.
times.
Yeah.
Their culture is probably poisoned to how they see us living over here. We have more freedom. Maybe they're treated differently over there, and they just want to be treated like how we are, or something. Tradition dies. Time goes by, and things change.
Yeah.
Things will always change and upgrade, and you'll start seeing things that weren't accepted become accepted.
Yeah.
And that's the world that we're living in. Like pride,
Yeah.
that is a huge thing that I am seeing being socially accepted. It is becoming so odd to me in my mind that it's becoming so accepted. And I just keep coming. The government knows that it's something that can be profitable on if they support it.
Yep.
And it's also supporting a depopulation.
Yeah.
If you're homosexual or anything like that nature that will prevent you from having a kid, of course they're gonna step behind it. Anything to depopulate the world, they're gonna be behind it because the world's getting overpopulated right now, and that's the main goal of the government is depopulating the world by I don't know 3 billion people.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
That's minimum. If they can go over that, they'll be proud.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, with what you just said and everything else about cultures and all that, I really do believe that that's a huge key factor as to why this website's still up. And it's still going, obviously, because it's been posted on today.
I mean, you look at it, it doesn't really cause any harm.
Unless they get killed.
that we know of. But
I
it
mean,
does.
So,
in the fact, though,
go ahead, M-Balm.
there are literally step-by-step guides on some of these posts on how to poison your husband, how to kill them
Which I
in
understand.
a very discreet way.
And if anything happens. But it's still, I would excuse the site as venting.
I mean,
Can you get information on it behind the scenes? Of course you can. But to me, I just look at it as a venting site.
but could you see it as a freedom of speech in that country?
It should be a freedom of speech.
But not.
That's what it
But
falls
do they
under.
have that
But here in
right?
America, it
But
does.
do they
Yeah.
have that right over there? They have freedom of speech.
Japanese
over there?
does.
Yep.
Japanese have.
Okay, so that's what that is. It's freedom of speech. And they
Japan
get to
has
do-
freedom of speech.
If someone dies
I didn't know that.
accidentally after you make a post, it doesn't make it suspicious. It may happen.
But
I
if
mean,
they see that you
But
post,
for some reason, if a Shimigami comes morphing through the wall and fucking kills her husband, and all of a sudden you see that, it's like you go, "Holy shit! I just
okay, but if you poison them and they go,
But that's
through
you
your search
taking it into
history-
your own hands. They're praying to the Shimigami to do it for them, and then there's people.
But if they
saying,
get step by step instructions on how to do it and then they follow through with
that's
it,
called impatiency. If you're trying to pray to a god of death, one of the
Yeah.
Shimigamis, you have to wait for them to do it themselves.
yeah,
If you're going to do it yourself and start poisoning them, and then you're just doing matters into your own hands, you're becoming impatient, and then you're going to become faulty, and then you're going to get caught.
yeah.
No, do it the right way.
But
Look up the way to
God of Death
summon
could
a
just be the fucking name the site runner is using. So they ask them for help.
Here's the thing. I think we forgot this one key part that we didn't really touch upon.
Okay.
It's not just husbands that are being wished death upon.
Children.
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Pets.
Nope. Guess one more time.
Government officials.
No.
Oh, that I'm
Older
super-
family members.
Oh,
Themselves.
to get inheritance. Oh,
They're
suicide.
they're wishing the death upon themselves.
Harakiri. Just
Yeah.
Aragari.
yeah.
They think to
Well,
themselves
no,
that it's such a
Aragari
bad
is committing suicide yourself.
yes.
So, but if you're
So
asking
it's
for
like
death upon
assisted
your,
suicide.
But they're wishing like
Yes.
accidents, accidental deaths or
I guess if they
illnesses
see
on
that's the only
themselves.
way is just that it's just to get rid of all the pain. Get away from your bastard husband. Get away from the money problems. Get away from your maybe the kid doesn't like you or you're not getting.
Get away from
You know,
everything.
just get away from everything. Just wish death upon yourself, I guess.
And they
It'd
do.
just be like,
They
yeah.
wish that upon themselves by through the death god,
Well, Japan is also known for what?
the suicide forest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suicide Forest, which I watched a movie on. It was really fucking cool. I forgot the name of the movie. I wish I could tell you all.
Yeah, Logan Paul went there.
And
Yes, he did.
Well,
And
he
he laughed and pointed at a dead body.
what an idiot.
On camera.
That was
Yeah.
a very stupid thing to do.
And his cock was out.
It was.
Again, another
Again.
film
Again.
with their cock out. I was just,
Again.
I don't know.
Just terrible things.
Yeah,
But
pretty sure.
all in all, though, I look at this as a very, very terrible thing. To even get to a point where you're mentally at that stage where you need to create a site or participate in it, it's very sad. As somebody who's married myself, I wouldn't want to be in a
I
relationship
was going to
like
ask
that.
you, like, because you're in that
Yeah.
boat more than all of us.
Yeah,
I mean, you would wish that you're doing everything to not be a part of something like that.
agreed. Yeah.
No, like prolonged
You don't
life
want your
and-
significant other to wish death on you.
No. Especially
Because, you
now
know-
that you have a child.
Right.
God.
But these
no.
people have children too, man. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, it's crazy.
That's
Right.
baffling.
It is.
But
It
I
sucks.
also understand the separation of cultures.
Yes.
You came up with this topic, and I was like, oh my god, this must be a little touchy for you because
It was interesting.
you're the person who's a little more relatable to this
Yeah.
storyline or subject. And I was like, okay.
It was very interesting. I came across it through a video, and I did some more research on this. I actually obviously went to the website myself, saw that it was still up, and as you can see right here, again, if you're just tuning in, it is up. It's here. This website's still active, and you can go on it right now and check it out. But This is what it initially looks like. This is exactly what it's meant to look like, just like this, with the Japanese kanji.
Yep.
And just it's a little horrifying to think that this is something that is on the internet, not even on the dark web or anything like that. It's right here in plain sight, and people are wishing death on their husbands, themselves, etc., etc. And again, they're even going step by step at some points to tell you how to do exactly that, how to kill your husband. So if you have any questions, comments, or answers for us, let us know. Go to our email, the mbalmeffect@gmail.com. Give us a call, 855-MBALM19, which is 855-622-5619. You can leave a comment down below, whatever the case may be. What are your thoughts on it? What are some of the answers you got from this? And what are the questions you have along with us? Because I have a lot of questions myself. Who made it? And what drove somebody to create such a heinous website? It's
definitely interesting.
It is an interesting.
It's definitely, it's
and I'm glad you
intriguing,
decided to shed some light on it.
Yeah, I think that the more conversations are had about these things, the more answers we might get.